How about that? Can you hear me? There you go. All right, something's wrong with these headphones. All right. Hey, Josh and Babe. Just wanted to get on. Taking a break here. We're still in San Antonio. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, I'm actually in San Antonio. Nigel, how are you? Um, I got in from Austin earlier, and we're gonna spend the night in San Antonio tonight. But been enjoying my barbecue tour across Texas. I think I put 1,600 miles on my car in, let me see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 4 days, I put 1,600 miles on my car. So it's been a lot of driving across Texas. Been to Lubbock, been to Austin, Dallas, Killeen, back to Austin, and today I'm in San Antonio. But just wanted to catch up with you guys. Just ate. It's been really good. My favorite barbecue so far. That's a tough one to answer because every barbecue place that I've been to has good barbecue. Um, this barbecue tour started in my hometown in El Paso, and that barbecue is really good at Desert Oak. Um, uh, Evie Mae's barbecue in Lubbock was really tasty. I got some good video, guys. I got a lot of video in my camera right now that I'll have to edit when I get home. But Evie Mae's barbecue, that was really good too. Um, been to I don't know about that, Simon. Um, some of the bad barbecue, like they sell, serve at like Golden Corrals and stuff, it isn't the best stuff. But hey, Rick, how are you? It's the company and the atmosphere. Nigel, I'll have to agree with you. I still think the first barbecue video you did for this barbecue crawl is the first one. I think it's your favorite room from what I saw. Yeah, George, um, you think you eat at one place and you think it's going to be hard to top this. I think that I said that about El Paso, but then I go to Lubbock and it's like Nigel said. I think Nigel said it best. I did not go to Louis Mueller Barbecue in Taylor, but like Nigel said, it's the environment. Um, the when you meet the owners and the pit masters of these barbecue places, and they're down to earth people. That whole experience just makes these barbecue crawls much better. Um, so I think for example, I think on top of my list right now is probably, if I had to pick one, if you had a gun to my head right now and forced me to pick one of my favorite barbecue spots that I've been to at this week, is probably Valentina's barbecue, Valentina's Tex-Mex barbecue in Austin. That's a really, I mean, his barbecue's amazing. Smoking into the big sky. How are you? But yeah, Valentina's barbecue is probably on top of my list so far. Um, because I think because of the Tex-Mex twist that he puts to his food. Um, oh, awesome, man. Awesome, Justin. I don't know if the stores still have corned beef, but if I get home and they still have it on sale, I'm gonna buy me some. My backyard life. Are you in Austin? So we went to Valentina's. We had dinner there, or lunch. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, man. You've got to get over to Valentina's. That is the best. That's really good barbecue. I went back the next day. I actually met Alton from Dog Father's Barbecue. I met up with him there and James um, from Aimum and Claimum Smokers. We had lunch there. Alton didn't have lunch with us, but James did. They just stopped by to say hi. But yeah, that Valentina's Tex-Mex is probably on top of my list. All of them were really good. Even Franklin's. We ate at Franklin's barbecue today, or Franklin barbecue today. I was there at 5:30 this morning. I was the first in line. James showed up around 7 o'clock, I think it was, and so he joined me at the front of the line. But I was there at Franklin barbecue at 5:30 this morning. I was by myself for about an hour, and then the next people showed up at around 6:20, and started talking to them. Pretty cool experience. But yeah, if you live in or in Austin, you have got to try that. So, who was it that lived here in San Antonio? Rick Galindo. Um, I actually had dinner with Chef Johnny tonight, with him and his family, and me and my family. We had dinner tonight at a seafood restaurant. Believe it or not, we didn't have barbecue. But yeah, I had dinner with yeah, Rick. So I heard that 2M's is closed tomorrow. So the most interesting food that I tasted on the trip, the most interesting item, just ate. So um, Valentina's barbecue, Tex-Mex barbecue, they have breakfast tacos. I had breakfast tacos from there the next day, and they have this. They make their flour tortillas by hand. So they put a slice of brisket. Write this down because I'm gonna try to duplicate this when I get home. They put so it's the flour tortilla. They put beans. They put a slice of crispy bacon, a slice of brisket. They put potatoes in it, and then they put a fried egg inside of this taco. And the yolk is, it's cooked perfect. And they call it the real deal Holyfield taco, and it's like $8, I think it is. But man, it's amazing. It is amazing. 2M doesn't open till Thursday. I heard that. Um, I don't know what else to hit up tomorrow. I don't know if there's anything else that's good here in San Antonio or not. Really, Jim? Didn't know that. Rick is at Texas Pride here in San Antonio. Valentina's is next to your in-laws. Man, you got to hit that up. Texas, one nation under taco. Oh, that's awesome, Bill. What's going on, man? Yeah, just ate. And Rick, that taco was amazing. In fact, when I get home, I'm gonna make a video on that Valentina's taco and try to duplicate it. So I ended up buying two of those tacos, and then I bought two other tacos that had like a smoked chorizo. They had egg and potato, I think it was. And so we got back to our hotel because I picked it up for breakfast one morning before we went to Dallas. And my wife and I just ate one taco, and that was it. They're so big and so hearty that all you can eat is one, really. Two Brothers is good barbecue. Never had it. Okay. Chef Johnny was talking about that tonight. That's Nigel. That seafood restaurant. Yeah, George, those tacos sound good. M&M Smokers, how are you? Smoke Shack on Broadway. Okay. So Nigel, great question. So they had this. I had this seafood. They call it a molcajete. It's what they used to grind salsas and stuff with. These big. I don't know what they're made out of, like rock, I guess. But they put They had shrimp. They had I saw some crab legs in there. They had fish in there. They had shrimp that was like grilled. They had shrimp that was wrapped in bacon. Then they had scallops. They had tomatoes. They had avocado. And it's like piping hot. I mean, it's a huge, huge deal. And that was delicious. My wife and I shared that along with a shrimp cocktail, and we couldn't finish it. It was a lot of food. It was really, really good. It came recommended from Chef Johnny. Chef Johnny recommended that we have dinner there. Famous Dave's in El Paso is pretty good barbecue place for you. I don't like Famous Dave's, honestly. I'd rather eat at Rudy's. James is supposed to send you my number. Okay. Texas Pride 1604. Yo, Joe, you just made it. How's EP? John, I'm actually in San Antonio tonight. Jacqueline and Dad, how are you? Granary El Bucanero, yes. Rick, that's where we went to eat. Chef Johnny and I, that's where we went to go eat. El Bucanero. Yeah, Nigel, it was amazing. It was amazing. Uh, where can we order a Smoking Joe shirt? Um, I'm gonna have to put a link to my of where you guys can order the shirts from. Just send me your size. It'll have to be through PayPal, through my PayPal account, and I'll send you a shirt. Smoke barbecue brew venue in San Antonio. Okay. When were you there, Rick? Tonight? We were at the one on Marbach Road, I think it was. Marbach. James had one of your tops on for his live chat. Very cool top. Yeah, Nigel, I gave him a shirt of mine. Like the hat, appreciate it. Yeah, I went to Franklin's today. We had lunch. I had lunch with James from MM Claim Smokers. Wow, Rick, what time were you there? We just got back about 20 minutes ago to the hotel room here in San Antonio. But yeah, I was there with Chef Johnny and his wife, his lovely wife, and their son. And I had my wife, my daughter, and myself. We had dinner tonight. And man, Chef Johnny he's a hell of a man. We actually shared sauces. I gave him a jar of my sauce, and he gave me a jar of his sauce, which is awesome. So we'll have to do a video of Johnny's sauce on some ribs or a pork shoulder or something. Wow. So what time were you there, Rick? Around 6? We actually met up for dinner at, I got there at 7. Or we got there at 7. Barbecue is your love and passion. Awesome. Did I find any sites or activities a bit off the beaten track beyond the touristy areas? Just ate. We went to the Austin Aquarium, and you guys that follow me on Instagram, that's where I had a lemur on my head. That was pretty neat. They have like a lemur experience there. You have to pay extra to get in there. My daughter and I went in there and got to play around with the lemurs, which was freaking amazing. So we went there. So the name of the restaurant, Nigel, was called El Bucanero. It's a buccaneer in Spanish. It's called El Bucanero. It's really good, Nigel. Man, if you're ever in San Antonio, you have got to eat there. It's humongous. Walked out about that time. I know I would have recognized you. Yeah, Rick, man, dude, what are the odds that you would have been at the same place? 3 locations. Yeah, we went to that one, which is about 10 miles. Yeah, El Bucanero, Nigel. Check out their I'm sure they have a website. So the menu I had that El Bucanero, and it looked small. It looked like a cocktail cup. But man, when it came to the table, it was like a 10-inch cast iron skillet with all the seafood that was inside of it. But it was really tasty. We couldn't finish it. Okay, yeah, we're not too far from SeaWorld. Yes, Jacob. Um, so you pay about $40 for this molcajete, and it was delicious, guys. I would come back to San Antonio just to eat there. Best fish tacos around. Oh man, I have to try the fish tacos. The shrimp cocktail. So we got a large. My wife wanted to eat. She's tired of brisket. And I don't blame her, or barbecue, I should say. But she wanted a shrimp cocktail for dinner, and I sent a text message to Chef Johnny, and he recommended that Bucanero place. So that's where we had dinner tonight. It was good chatting with him. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna have to look it up, Rick. I'll have to send James a text. Smoking Joe's, you definitely had a wonderful time. Yes, we did, Jacqueline. Um, it was really nice chatting with Chef Johnny and his wife and their son, and talking about his business and just barbecue in general. You know, it's that man's full of knowledge for sure. Babe, where's that picture that we took? Babe, where's that picture that we took at the restaurant? Oh, I'll have to maybe I'll post a picture that we took our families together. They took some pictures of us when we were in there. And I'll post up some pictures. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, check it out. Smoking Joe Spit Barbecue. I do post a lot of pictures on there. Things that I don't post on YouTube. You know, I post a lot of pictures. So follow me on Instagram if you're not already. You can see pictures of some of my barbecue adventures, and then I'll post up the picture of that Johnny and I took together. Pretty cool picture. I don't I don't have a fish taco video, Jacqueline, but you know what? My wife makes a really good fish taco. I'm gonna have to steal her recipe and maybe make a video of that. So you're tied up for breakfast. Look up Rolando's Tacos. Known for being huge and crazy. You know, so Rick, I used to live here in San Antonio, and that Rolando's sounds familiar. James gave a secret tonight for his ribs. The sauce he uses, I won't share it. Nigel, you're funny, dude. I actually gave James a jar of my barbecue sauce, my glaze. It's a more of a glaze, but he used it. I think he posted a video or just a quick video on Instagram of some ribs. Um, he was showing it to me this morning. Actually, he loved it. Actually, he's had it before. Uh, James and I had a collaboration video together where he made this ginormous hamburger. So he poured some of the sauce that I'd given him, some of my sauce, all over that burger. Watch a Franklin Life's clip from you guys eating today. Yeah, we had a good day. Dino tuner. Dino tuner. That's cool. I used to be into drag racing, and I had to take my car to several dyno tuners to get it to run right. Rolando Super Tacos. Was there pork in those beans or just brisket? It tasted like brisket. At Franklin's, you're talking about? The beans were delicious, guys. The beans were really good at Franklin's. If you guys like beans, if you guys ever go to Franklin's, try their beans. And his brisket was off the chain. It was good. Yeah, Jacob, enjoy it. My Fox buddy runs 4.7s and oh wow, good lord, dude. Where do you live, Dino Tuner? Has that got an LS motor in it? Franklin's beans, yeah. His brisket was good. His ribs were good. His pork was okay. I would go back to Franklin's. I just won't show up at 5:30 like I did this morning. But I would definitely go back to Franklin's. Chicago and Phoenix. Oh, so that answers to my LS motor, I'm sure. Did you have to wait long to get the food? Um, no, sir. Who was that? The real Joey B. Actually, since I was the first in line, they only have one meat cutter or one meat slicer, however you want to call it. Oh, very nice. So I placed my order and he sliced it right there in front of me, and we went and sat down. Yeah, they opened at 11 o'clock. So from 5:30 to 11, I was standing in line. Didn't have any breakfast. Obviously, we were gonna have barbecue like that. Hey James, there's my partner in barbecue right there. But I think I had an apple and a bottle of water. Plan to go to Franklin Barbecue today, but I had to meet up with someone. Oh, okay, nice. It's surprising how long the line at Franklin Barbecue got. And when we were done cooking or eating, and we took a tour, James and I, um, the line was about a quarter of what it was when we went in, and they were already out of barbecue. In fact, I went back inside and got to meet Aaron Franklin, and they were out of turkey. They announced that they were out of turkey. They cut out the flat and point together. Do they cook it together? Yes, they cook it together. One thing I noticed, guys, at all of these barbecue restaurants, they're all using really small briskets. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. So when I go to the store, um, I look for the biggest brisket possible, and they're usually 18, 19 pounds. These guys are probably untrimmed. That brisket's probably 15 pounds, and once they trim it down, it's probably a 12-pound brisket. But that's one thing that I noticed, that all the briskets are pretty small. You're in town tomorrow if I need company. Yeah, I need to find out where I'm going to go to tomorrow. I mean, before you leave Austin, Mueller's Barbecue. I'll have to look that one up. Let me write that down. You guys know where I'm staying in San Antonio. Mueller's. Nah, no, it appears the flat and point don't get separated. Yeah, they do not. They cut it together. You know what, Dino Tuner? So none of the places where we have barbecue separate their briskets when they slice them. But what I did notice is that they take very few slices off of the flat, and they immediately, like, it's probably half of the brisket. That's when they turn their brisket and slice it with the moist and the lean together. So that way you get a slice of moist and a slice of lean all in one slice. But the flat is, when you cook brisket like that, it's extremely tender, so it's not going to matter how you slice it, quite honestly. Um, but all the barbecue restaurants did it the same way. They took out very few slices off the flat. Then about halfway they turn it. They don't even cut it at an angle, guys. They cut it pretty straight. They cut their slices are pretty straight, again, because of the way they cook the brisket. I think it's so tender it doesn't matter how you slice it. Have you been to the Alamo? Yes, I have, Nigel. Actually, I was here. They came up on my memories last year. My family and I came out here. I brought my travel trailer, and yes, I've been in the basement at the Alamo. Have I been in the basement? I'll retract that comment because I don't remember there being a basement in there. I quite honestly don't remember. Hey James, so 2M Smokehouse is closed tomorrow, so I don't know what we're gonna do. So I'm taking recommendations. If you guys know of any good barbecue spots, I'll uh, I'll make some changes, and even if I got to drive on my way home to hit up a barbecue spot, I'll do that. Yeah, it sucks, bro. Phil Collins is an Alamo super fan. Oh, really? Franklin's Barbecue, the owner got his start at Mueller's. Oh, wow. Okay, so B Daddy's Granary. Let me see that message again. Pioneer's about an hour out. South Barbecue. Okay. Yeah, so Franklin's Barbecue surprisingly was, I think it met my expectations, to be honest with you. And I think James will agree that the brisket was on point today. The ribs were amazing. The Alamo basement comment. Oh, okay. Man, I hadn't seen that movie, Pee Wee Herman, in forever. Oh, okay. Blackboard is off I-10 going east and Bourne. Okay. Blackboard. I'd like to try a no name. Well, not, I don't want to say no name, but maybe it's not as popular, but good barbecue. I'd like to try that. And please don't say, what's that barbecue chain here in San Antonio? Bill Miller's. Franklin didn't work at Mueller's. One of his pit masters did, if I remember correctly. The hat was 30 bucks or 20 bucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty cool hat. Actually, I got a hat from each place that I went to. Evie Mays, I bought a hat at Evie Mays Barbecue, and then I gave the owner one of my shirts, and he actually gave me another hat, which is pretty cool. You guys will see on my video. I don't want to give it all away, but I'll tell you that Miguel, the owner at Valentina's Tex-Mex, I gave him a shirt. He gave me a hat. It's a flat bill hat. I don't wear flat bill hats, but I like it. And James was there. He got to see the owner of Valentina's Tex-Mex put on my T-shirt that I gave him, and he was walking around with it, and we actually took some pictures, and James and I got to chat with him and told us about his future plans and on his restaurant, moving his restaurant and stuff. So, man, that guy was a class act for sure. All the owners that I've met at all the places have been awesome. Yeah, Smoking Barrel Barbecue. Yeah, Bill Miller's. You know, I used to live in San Antonio back in 1996, and I thought Bill Miller's was good. Believe it or not. But Dino Tuner, I had a Dodge Charger, a Hemi, a 2008 that I supercharged, and when I moved to Phoenix, and I had it tuned by a gentleman out there in Phoenix, forget his name, but he was big into Mustang tuning, so you probably know who he is. God, what is his name? He started with Mustangs. Well, he ended up tuning my Charger, and he did a hell of a job. Okay, two brothers. So this guy in Phoenix, Dino Tuner, he's a brain and a half, man. Heard you ran into some bum named Johnny. I did. I had dinner with Johnny, Chef Johnny tonight. Yeah, Rick. Taco Bell is not real Mexican food, and it's not that good. But when you have $5 on you, Taco Bell is damn good. Bill Miller's, the only thing that I like from Bill Miller's is their tea, their sweet tea. Nigel, I agree against all odds. Oh, nice. Bum. Yeah, yeah. I had dinner with Johnny. That was awesome, man. It was good to meet him and share some stories and talk to him for a while. So two brothers. I'm gonna have to look up these places. I got five names: Mueller's Granary, South Barbecue, Two Brothers. What was that name of that third place? Thought I had five or fifth place. Oh, B Daddies. Yeah. So since Daniel, I am in San Antonio. There's a lot of new barbecue spots popping up in Phoenix now. Texas Pride. Hey, Dino Tuner, do you know that tuner that I'm talking about there in Phoenix? He was on the north end of Phoenix. He was dyno tuning out of his house. And then I think he still does it out of his house. But again, he was a big Mustang tuner. Solid guy. I'll DM you the places. Okay. Smoking Barrel, that sounds like a good idea to me, buddy. Mike Cotton's Barbecue in Corpus. I have not. You know, Jim would be a good guy. There's about four or five Mustang guys. Jim would be a good guy to ask also. Yeah, Jim from Suburban. Yeah, barbecue. He does a lot of barbecue crawls. Yeah, Dino Tuner. I'm gonna have to find out what that guy's name was that did that tuner. Next time you're on, I'll let you know. Brian? No. Jim at Suburban. Yeah. So Daniel, so Chef Johnny and I were talking about that. Bill, I'm actually just gonna be here tonight, and then tomorrow I got to figure out a spot to eat barbecue to do one more barbecue crawl. Um, so am I going to Carrizo Spring? You know, Chef Johnny and I were talking about that, and he said it's kind of southwest of San Antonio, so maybe I can squeeze that in. I'm gonna try to get down there. Jim went to college with REM, really? That's cool. I'm gonna look up La Barbacoa, and if I have to make a detour down there, that's one place that I'd like to see. Like Live Oak is pretty good. Daniel 2M Smokehouse is closed, believe it or not, man. They're You're funny, James. I don't know which one's worse, Dickie's Barbecue or Bill Miller's. Thanks, Dino Tuner. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, between Bill Miller's and Dickie's Barbecue, I don't know which one's worse. I would have to say Bill Miller, maybe. Passed out on the couch. Long day for you too, huh? Hell, my day. So last night, I think I slept 4 hours. Rudy's. Hey, Rudy's isn't bad. Do do a barbecue crawl at Rudy's. You know, think I'm crazy. That'd be a good April Fool's joke. Do a pub crawl at Rudy's or a barbecue crawl at Rudy's. So again, last night I slept 4 hours and then I was up. I was up like at 4 o'clock this morning. Took a shower and yeah. Oh man, that's funny, Tom. Go do a barbecue crawl at McDonald's when they have their McRib. So yeah, I got up at 4, took a shower, got ready. My wife dropped me off, and then her and my daughter went back to the hotel to get some more sleep. And they showed up around 10:30, right before Franklin's opened up. Um, so yeah, it's been a long day. Been a long day for me. I did make a McRib. It was freaking awesome. That sandwich was awesome. I do have a McRib video out there, but I'm gonna try to duplicate that taco again from Valentina's Tex-Mex. You know, surprisingly, I think every barbecue spot that I've been to all started with a selling barbecue out of a food trailer, a food truck. The four that I've been to, every single one of them has started that way. Franklin's been in it the longest. He started 10 years ago, back in 2009, selling barbecue out of a food truck. 10 years later, he owns this freaking amazing barbecue spot. He's got five 1,000 gallon pits that he cooks on. Franklin does. Yeah, Lockhart, man, I just came from Lockhart. But heck, if my wife doesn't want to go, I'll drive back to Lockhart because I'm only about an hour and 15 minutes away from there. No, Daniel, I'm gonna try to work my way back to El Paso. Oh, that's awesome, Nigel. My backyard life, you had me. Have you had luling? Somebody told me about that too, luling. That's funny, Nigel. And you know what? When people don't know barbecue, they don't know. You know, they don't know what else is out there. Hey, Thyron, how are you, buddy? Where do I eat in Lockhart? I have not eaten anywhere in Lockhart, but I might go back. So, what you're doing is on my bucket list: a vacation across Texas, shopping at different barbecue joints. Yes, what you smoking barbecue. This is, it's a lot of work, and you have to do it. I don't know if you're married or not, but I'm married, obviously, and I got a 11-year-old daughter. You got to keep them entertained too, because it can't just be all about you on vacation. Um, and my wife is, that's why she wanted to have seafood tonight. She says, I'm not going to have barbecue for dinner because I actually have some leftover barbecue in the fridge here at the hotel from Franklin Barbecue. Then James took me to buy some sausage at his buddy Scott's place there in Austin. So I've got some sausage here in the fridge too, and probably gonna end up taking that home. Blacks and Lockhart, man, I wanted to go to that, Bill. Yeah, I really wanted to go to Lockhart. And heck, I might. If I can't find anything here in town, I'm gonna do a solo barbecue crawl. Leave my wife here, have him catch an Uber to go somewhere, maybe to SeaWorld or something, while I go do that barbecue crawl. We'll just spend another night here in San Antonio. Yeah, Blacks and Lockhart. That'd be a good place to see. Yeah, M&M Smokers. That would be cool. Actually, when I was there 2 years ago. We went down to Corpus Christi, and I bought some shrimp off of a boat, some fresh shrimp off of a boat, and took it back to our campsite. We stayed in San Antonio, outside of San Antonio, at Medina Lake, and we took the heads off all the shrimp and froze them, put them in bags in my travel trailer, and in fact, I think I still have a bag of shrimp from Corpus Christi in my deep freeze at home, vacuum sealed. Salt Lick is meant to be a good experience. Yeah, James and I were talking about that last night about the Salt Lick, and I actually drove right by it. Salt Lick is not that good. Again, I think that Salt Lick, like James says, I think it's an experience, to kind of see them cook over the open pit and the way they cook their food. The whole Franklin experience to me was pretty damn amazing. Cooper Barbecue. Where's that at, Bill? Like James and I were talking today. We talked a lot. Obviously, we're standing in line since about 7 o'clock this morning. So we got to talk a lot about all these barbecue joints that are opening up. Lano, Texas, or Plano, Texas. Driving across Texas, you see all these small towns that I've never heard about. I drove from Lubbock to Austin. That was a long drive. Later, Kent. Yeah, good luck at that cook, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's cool driving by all these small towns in Texas that you don't normally get to see. Texas is so big, guys, that I've driven 1,600 miles and never left Texas. How crazy is that? And I literally live on one point of Texas. So Texas you have the panhandle of Texas that comes down and then it comes across, stabs into New Mexico. I live right on that corner that stabs into New Mexico, and I drove clear across it. It's crazy. Cooper's in Junction. Oh, in Junction. Is it good barbecue? There's a barbecue restaurant on the Canary Islands. They have the pit on a semi-active volcano. Oh, that's cool. Lano, Texas. Is Gil Martinez Jr. running La Barbacoa in Carrizo Springs? I don't know. I've never been there. Cooper's in Junction wasn't good. Really, James? Was it half decent, or was it like first cafeteria style barbecue, where it's just boiled and then they throw a bunch of barbecue sauce on it? I hate barbecue places like that. I spent my money on places like that in all over New Mexico. Again, New Mexico, guys, and I hope I'm wrong. New Mexico does not have a good barbecue spot. Benny Rocha. Yeah, that name sounds familiar. Like Bill Miller's. Then I'm not gonna eat there. Yeah, if it's like Bill Miller's, I'm not gonna eat there. I'd rather give my money to a homeless person than eat at Bill Miller's. Gil, where's Gil from? Slab, slab barbecue or slap barbecue? I've never had it. Golden Corral barbecue started cracking me up when you said that. Memphis, no good barbecue. So Memphis has, I think they're good at their uh, pork. Yeah, New Mexico is good for chili dishes. That's about it. Yeah, Daniel, I think I might take a journey down to Carrizo Springs. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to Bill Miller. If I go to Bill Miller, it's gonna be to buy a gallon of sweet tea and take it home. Is Gil from Midland Meat Company? Or not Midland Meat, Rio Valley Meat, something like that. That guy's been lighting up the circuit recently. But you know what, guys? The I will say that all of these barbecue crawls are cool to experience them. Church's Chicken that sells menudo. What? That's crazy, Rick. So, eating at all these barbecue places is pretty cool, but it's a cool experience. Yeah, thank you, Thyron. I got a lot of video. I got a ton of video. When I get home, I'm going to be busy editing. Oh, I can't wait for it. But I'm doing it for you guys. Fred Robles is from Rio Valley Meat. Okay, Gil is from Carrizo Springs. Okay. So, what I was going to say is doing these barbecue crawls is pretty cool. But when it comes down to it, no, not many of the cook-off serve food, Nigel. Actually, we gave away a lot of food on the competitions that I go to. So doing the barbecue crawls is fun. Hey, what's going on, Chef Johnny? There's a man, the myth, the legend himself. But eating at all these barbecue spots is cool. But there's nothing like if you're good at cooking barbecue, and I'm half decent at it. I'm not the best at cooking barbecue. It's hard to beat your own barbecue, guys, especially if you do it right. It's really hard to because you work so many years to figure out what flavors you like, how to slice the meat, how long to let it rest, how to make the best of everything. It's hard to beat your barbecue. It really is. All these places have good barbecue, but quite honestly, if you're good at cooking barbecue, it's gonna be hard to beat your barbecue, and that's why I don't eat out a whole lot when it comes to barbecue because I don't want to be disappointed because I think I do a decent job. Again, I'm not the best at barbecue, but I do a decent job with it, and it's hard to beat your own barbecue. All these places do a really good job, but again, that's why I wanted to go there to try to figure out their flavor profiles and try to duplicate that maybe in something that I do. But again, if you cook good barbecue, it's going to be hard to beat that. And my wife and my daughter said that they loved all the barbecue and stuff like the briskets and stuff, but they immediately said that they like my brisket better. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna say that they like their brisket better than mine, but because again that's my family. But yes, who made that comment? John. Yes, your own barbecue is the best, and you guys know what it's like. Chef Johnny knows what it's like. I've seen his cook. He's an amazing cook. Johnny does a good job on steaks or fajitas. If you go out to eat at a restaurant, it might not be of your caliber of fajitas. It's going to be hard to beat that. It truly is. So is Franklin Barbecue better than the spot in my hometown? Yes, Comp Barbecue is better is different too. That's a true statement. Uh, Competition barbecue is different than barbecue that you eat at home or with your friends. So is Franklin Barbecue better than the spot in your hometown? Um, Give me a minute. So the brisket from my hometown, mm, I think it's better than Franklin's. It is. Um, but not to say that Franklin barbecue wasn't good. Okay, the brisket was good. It had a good. He says he uses just salt and pepper, but there was something else on the top, whether it was paprika or garlic or maybe both. But it was good. It was good. It had a good flavor. My hometown, Desert Oak Barbecue. That's a guy who cooks a heck of a brisket. Um, the ribs at Franklin Barbecue were amazing, right, James? But again, the guy in my hometown cooked a heck of a rib, and that day I think his ribs were my favorite. So it's all these places that I've been to all have good barbecue. Um, I don't think I'm gonna pick which one has better barbecue. I think they all have really good barbecue. It's again, like Nigel said earlier, it's the experience when you're there. You know, for example, at um, Valentina's Tex-Mex, the owner was handing out beers, and you know, I love to drink beer. There's nothing better to wash your barbecue down with an ice cold beer, and that made the experience that much better. Okay, so um, again, I think it's the whole package, guys. It's the whole thing. Sometimes it's great, sometimes not so much. I haven't been doing it long. So my backyard life, keep doing it. Keep trying it. Keep making those mistakes. Know where you made the mistakes and try to avoid it the next time. And you will get better, man. It trust me, I've ruined plenty of briskets before I get to the point. 30-minute entry, unlimited food, beverages available, live music includes RV or tent. Wow. Ben Franklin enter a competition and not walk. Yeah, because guys, and you know what? Franklin barbecue, of all the barbecue spots that I eaten at, it's a big production. You know, it's a lot of food that they have to cook, and to maintain that flavor and not lose that traditional barbecue flavor, or lose a customer over the flavor of your food or a bad experience, guys, it's hard to do. So you either gotta have a barbecue restaurant or cook competitions. I think it'd be hard to do both, and it's hard to cook for one and it work. Like competition barbecue probably won't work at a restaurant because it's too damn expensive. It's expensive to cook competitions, and James knows that 100% because you spend a lot of money and sometimes you don't get anything out of it. At least when you own a restaurant, you're spending money on barbecue and you're getting paid to cook good barbecue. Competition barbecue is 50% skill and 50% luck. Yes, Daniel, especially in the class that James cooks in. Um, at least the Kansas City Barbecue Society, they train their judges on what to look for. The IBCA that James cooks in, I don't think they train them. I think it's just normal people off the street, and we all have different palates, different flavor profiles, meet our needs, and sweet might work for you, but it might not work for the guy sitting next to you, or a guy that doesn't eat a whole lot of barbecue and sits down at a judge's table. He might say that, man, this barbecue's good, and everything's going to be good if he's never had it or never had that good quality barbecue. Because competition barbecue is good barbecue. It's just it's expensive. You wouldn't do that to your friends and family because again, it's pretty expensive. Yeah, Johnny, that's a good idea. You probably save a lot of money doing that. Yeah. So, I've had the opportunity to cook against some big teams. And James was with us at one of the competitions there in Lubbock, and you know, I was in charge of cooking ribs, and my ribs ended up 11th place out of almost 60 teams at that competition. And trust me, I beat a lot of people in ribs at that competition. A lot, a lot of people, big names. Even Harry Sue came by and said, "Man, your ribs look amazing." Yes, you save a lot of money cooking at home. That's for sure. So practice at home. What I do is I cook, and then like I'll cook on the weekends, and then we'll vacuum seal the food and have it the rest of the week. And my wife doesn't have to cook anymore. She just has to put some sides together. Yeah, Chef Johnny, looks like we missed Mr. Rick Galindo, El Bucanero. Yeah, Nigel, I agree. You have to get some kind of judge's certification. If you're going to be a judge in anything, you got to be trained. I mean, it's like me going to judge a an Olympic diving competition. They're all going to look good to me. I don't know what to look for. Hell, did he splash water? Did he not splash water? You know, I think everybody's got to be trained. Jacob, I've got the Cabela's one. The Cabela's, I think it's their best vacuum sealer, and I love it. That thing works good for me. I got it from Cabela's. They had it on sale. Then my wife gave me a gift certificate for my birthday. Um, so I went and bought that. I don't know, a couple years ago, I think, and I'd never had any problems with it. I like it because you can control the vacuum by itself. It's got an automatic feature, and then you can control the vacuum, so you can really vacuum the heck out of something. You just got to be careful with any foods that have liquid in them or juicy foods because it will suck through the machine. Not through the machine, but it's got a little compartment that stops it that you have to clean later. All right, guys, I'm going on 58 minutes live here. I'm gonna probably end this in about a minute and a half. But just wanted to catch up with you guys. I hadn't talked to you guys in a while, and just been kind of touring across Texas, hitting up some barbecue spots. I got a lot of film and editing to do. The Russian judge gave the USA team a 6 point in the high dive. Yeah, exactly. Maybe one too many Coronas. Rick, you should have had another Corona so you could have caught us there. Costco has one on sale. I'm sure it's good as long as it's a good brand, Daniel. I think you'll be fine. Yeah, Chef Johnny and I were good boys tonight. We had all we drank was water. We got crazy and added some lime to it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna continue my. I'm gonna try to hit one more barbecue spot on my way home to El Paso. And again, if I gotta drive down south to La Barbacoa, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, M&M smokers, later, buddy. But yeah, just ate. And we ate a ton of seafood, man. Holy cow! Which is a nice change. Uh, Konnichiwa. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, buddy? Dude, Daniel, if you haven't been to Evie Mae's Barbecue there in Lubbock, man, go check them out. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep, guys. I'm tired, man. I've been up early. But guys, again, just wanted to come on and chat with you guys for a few minutes. Hadn't talked to you or chatted with you guys or put out a video in a while. But once I get home tomorrow evening, probably Thursday, I've got a couple of cooks I got to do, and then I'll start editing my videos. So look out for that this weekend. I will probably have all of them loaded by this weekend. Look out for those. But you guys have a good night. Get some good beef back ribs. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Appreciate you. What you smoking? But thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, I'm going on an hour, so we will see you guys next time. Chef Johnny, again, good spending some time with you and your lovely wife and your son tonight for dinner. Thanks for joining me. It was awesome. Good to have you. And until next time, guys, we will see you guys later. Peace out.